Welcome to Tower Technicians. What if you could hang out with experienced tower technicians, industry leaders, and decision makers? Ask them about their experiences, habits, concerns, and frustrations. Then, take an insight or two to guide your own career growth. Each week, Darren Wagner shares an in-depth look at the lives of people in wireless telecom who are always working hard to close the digital divide. His hope is to show you how you can stay safe, grow your career, and reach your fullest potential within the industry. DW is an experienced tower technician who has become an industry leader over the last 3 decades. His goal is to bridge the gap between tower technicians and decision makers within wireless telecom. Now, here's DW.
What's up, guys? My name is Broc Englund, and I'm filling in for DW this week. Going to give you a quick episode on who I am, where I come from, what I'm about. Now, I do want to remind you that our mission statement is to improve the industry. That actually requires you guys, your input, so that we're not just pushing an agenda on you. We do want to help fill you guys in on things that you may not be seeing, give you perspectives and insights that, I don't know, stuff you maybe haven't thought about. And well, the way that we can all do this together is by you guys putting stuff in the comments. So wherever you're listening to this, or if you're watching it on YouTube now, because it is available, put it down in the comments. Things that you want to talk about, things that you feel, or where you maybe disagree with us. We'll talk about opinions, whether they stem from the upcoming possible union that's getting started out there, or safety concerns, tools, equipment, all kinds of different stuff that's out there. We come across it on a regular basis, and it's a part of our everyday life. It definitely is for me. So let's get kind of started on who I am, where I come from. I am 41 years old, and I originate from Seattle, Washington. I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and I've been in the industry for, well, I'm going on my 13th year now. I got it started into this industry from a Craigslist ad. And on the Craigslist ad, it said that, you cannot be afraid of heights. Tower technician wanted. I responded with, I respectfully love heights, and I haven't looked back since. Now, my career's been filled with a bunch of ups and downs. I have worked for a turfing vendor. I have worked for several different tower companies out there. I've actually worked for different fiber optic companies, and then I've also worked for different networking companies. For me, the start in the industry was as a tower technician. Came in as a green hand, and inside of that first year was able to accelerate into a lead, and then a foreman, and then a CM. I then worked as a CM for a major turfing vendor, and I got a lot of experience out of that. For 3 years I worked with them, but kind of saw the writing on the wall. Right around 2014, I noticed that when AT&T bought DirecTV, considering AT&T, well, they full-on handled the construction schedule by their workload. And since they had just made a humongous purchase and everything was kind of getting get locked up, that unfortunately our one client at that time, AT&T, was going to go on freeze. So I then moved down to Louisiana again. I have had the opportunity to work as the safety manager, the quality and development manager. I have helped train people. I have worked as a foreman, and it has helped really shape my career and give me opportunities to do things outside of the standard tower technician line of a career path, such as a systems integrator. So I've had a lot of different opportunities that have given me basically everything that a tower technician can or will do is something that I have been involved in. I've seen a lot of different things in the industry, for better or for worse. I've been in dangerous situations. I've put myself in dangerous situations. And I've been underpaid. I've been overpaid. I've had just about everything thrown at me that I thought I ever could have taken and made it through. I also have been battling addiction, which is something that it's not easy to sit here and talk about, which maybe not sounds like a lot to you, but out of 29 years of my entire life, I can now sit here and say to you that it's of true sobriety, where I'm stopping, observing, breathing, expanding my mind on what's going on, and then responding mindfully to what's going on. So sober, not just, oh hey, I abstained from putting something in my body for X amount of time, because there's a big difference. And what's weird is, regardless of having a substance involved in this, as a tower technician, we get drunk on power, we get drunk on this, oh, I deserve that, I deserve this. But do we? We could, yeah. Because there's a lot of guys out there that absolutely do amazing work. They really do. But there's guys out there that are just doing it, showing up to work at height, hiding behind doing something just to do it or to earn a paycheck, versus producing quality work that they can stand behind and be prideful of in a way that is productive. Because if you're not being proud of your work, not prideful in an egotistical way, but prideful in a, I have made LTE or 5G, however you want to look at it. That moment from Castaway, okay? Laugh at it if you want, but that is what's important with this whole picture for me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm taking time to make sure that you guys get the perspective of what's really going on out there. There's a couple of different, I've already said it, cries. We should be paid more for this. Okay, yeah, we definitely should, considering what we are giving society. Think about it. The fact that you are viewing or listening to this on your mobile phone. The fact that I probably produced it just a couple of days ago, and it's already out. It's already available for you. Every transaction that you make, you gotta send somebody Venmo, hey man, thanks for the beers, whatever it is. All of that is happening from the fruits of our labor. And then the critical stuff, 911, okay? First responders can't respond without having something to respond to. Where does that come from? It's all tied into one thing. And yeah, we do that at height. I totally get that. But value. It's not like anybody can just go out there and do what we do. This is something that does take more than just a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey mindset to be able to accomplish. There is an attention to detail as to what cable goes where, what antenna gets aimed where, and at what height, so that all pieces of the puzzle are put together. But I digress. The thing is that we get drunk on these ideas that we are way more important than we are. So if we are striving for that personal excellence, producing work of absolute quality, doing it on time, then yeah, we should be getting paid more. We got to get around things like matrix pricing. How do we do that? Well, we could band together as a union. Well, hold on. Maybe. I personally joined the union when it first kind of came out. I wanted to find out what it's about and how is it that possibly we could be paid more for doing better work. I'm totally down for that. But when I brought up my opinion that I don't want to be paid the same as somebody who's been here as long as me, I want to be paid for those that are as good as me. I don't know how many times you guys have been on a site or on a job going to perform and somebody else isn't pulling their end. They're not pulling their weight. How annoying is that? How does that make you feel? Well, I wasn't getting my answers from the union. I want my answers, please. Like this is a call out to that. Like, please come on the podcast and talk to us. I want to know what these pay structures are. Like, how is it that we are going to be getting paid? These types of answers need to be out there if we're going to be signing up for a union. I don't think that really I should be paying my dues by just, punching a clock 100%, but by my work and my merit. Or paying my dues out of my wallet, but from my acts and my accomplishments. So those are things that I think need to be answered. Those are questions I have. I don't have the solution for it because I'm not the person that's going to be in charge of that. If that is going to be a viable option, which it could be, I need to hear that. So yeah, this might be a little bit bold in me putting it out there like it, but come at me, bro. I really want to know. I do have some challenges for Nate. Nate, what are the different ways that you have stood up for the individual climber? I personally know that I have seen safety records and those kind of things definitely improve. I'm not sure if you guys work directly with, ANSI, but ANSI comes out with 10.48, and that's instituted and put into place, and we see humongous changes in the industry in terms of safety. But how are you guys currently helping the individual climber? There's people out there that are asking, and I think that you guys having a platform to be able to come out and talk about that. So why don't you come out on this podcast as well? So that's kind of who I am. I'm the guy who's willing to ask that type of a question because I don't think that it's right that we should all just, hold back and try to sit behind our keyboards. But get out there and voice our opinions. So I invite Nate, I invite anyone from the union that actually wants to come out here and talk about this, to talk about it so we see a human dealing with it. Another concern that I have about the union that I really am concerned about, and I'm not meaning to call anybody out because I know that it's a vulnerable time for you guys. You've gone through a lot of different changes in leadership, and you're leaving a lot of the public kind of confused as to what's going on. But who's in charge? Why do we keep changing the face as to where it is? Is this the right time for a union? It's kind of, like I said in the last one, a climber's paradise it is. But that brings me to another point. As long as you have a driver's license, you can pass a piss test, you can basically get a job with some of the greatest rates out there that we've ever seen in this industry tomorrow. You don't even really have to wait. I'm also curious if the union can step out and say how they're going to be able to manage the smaller contracts that have to be flexible in order to hit the timelines of the customer in our industry. It's something that could possibly revolutionize things that I don't think everybody in the workforce is actually paying attention to. Before you guys go buying into hearing one person say this or one person say that, I'm not saying let's get them up and do a debate, but I definitely am saying that we need to hear out every single side of this so that we can all inform ourselves and educate ourselves. That's something that we all need to do on a daily basis, like for real. The personal accountability that we need to stand up for, like the different things that all of us have available at our fingertips. Not just in, oh, I can listen to this guy's podcast or that guy's podcast, but the information and documents that are out there. I don't know. I think that it's important that we start listening to all sides of the equation. I mean, for real. This isn't just one opinion's gonna end it all. If you think about it, the union could be a very awesome move. It could take care of a lot of things. But hell, the Soviet Union. I'm not saying that happened to the iron workers, but they also don't have contracts like we do. The need isn't like ours. It's a totally different industry and a totally different beast. Why has it been so hard for OSHA or anyone else to regulate over us? I appreciate you guys all for listening today. I hope that you're able to take away from today at least that you should definitely be thinking for yourself. Do your own homework, do your own research, because everything is out there and it's at your fingertips. We are technically building the network to make it do so. Get out there and talk about it. Put it in the comments. Definitely S2R2. So subscribe, share, rate, and review. See you guys next time.